to Southern Girl Knits, episode 6. I have to use 2 hands. I'm so excited. It's the little things, right? So, I have so much to talk to you about. It's been 7 days. I guess it's been a week. Yeah, it's been about a week. And right after I recorded last week, I finished my TGV shawl by Susan Ashcroft. It's also called High Speed Knitting. And I love it. It's awesome. Yay. It's okay. It's too big for the screen. Let's do that. We'll do a flyby. Ooh. It is lovely. I love it. So I finished it, and my daughter immediately decided that she wanted it and had to have it, and I had to hide it because I wanted to make sure that I could show you guys my progress. Well, that I finished it, because it's, yay, I love it. It was a fun, easy, quick, simple knit. It's fingering yarn and like size 7 needles, and it's garter stitch for the top, and the ribbing, the bottom is just 2x2. Yeah, 2x2 rib. Had to think about that. And simple, quick, easy, off the needles, fun, and just in time because it's flipping cold here. It is so cold. It's like ridiculously cold, like insane cold. I'm sure that all of you that are from places where there is truly cold weather are laughing at me right now. But for this Louisiana girl, it's cold. It is so bad. We're waking up in the morning and it's, 19, 20 degrees, and oh my gosh. Canada, are you like sending us all your cold weather? Take it back. Okay, well, I have to say I'm enjoying a little bit of it because, the knitter part of me absolutely loves the cold weather because I feel totally justified wearing all the hand knit things and looking uber crazy in all my hand knits, because normally in the South you really can't, you don't have a reason to, huddle up in your hand knits a lot, and now I have an excuse. So and so I like that excuse, and today would have been a great day for me to give this to Lainey to wear, but oh well. She snuck off with my boots on, so what is it about teenage girls? She steals all my things. Maybe I should be happy. But anyway, so I finished that great knit, and I got in the mood to knit dishcloths. I don't know. I've been in a dishcloth mood lately, and I love these colors. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? I put this on Instagram. I totally forgot to tell you. Yeah, I'm Tish. I'm your host. I'm just like so excited. I'm jumping into all the things. I'm Tish Knits 33 on Ravelry and Tish Knits on Instagram. Please come find me on Instagram. That's where my knitter community is. I don't really have like personal non-knitter friends on there. That's kind of my knitter world. So come join my knitter world. I love to see people's posts and stuff. So I've been posting these on Instagram, and it's calico. Let's see, it's the sugar and cream. Ooh. Calico. And it was so cool. Isn't that pretty? I love those colors. I was in Michael's. I think it was Michael's. And I passed by this because, accidentally passed by it. Total accident. I always have to look at the new washcloth colors. And I saw that one, and it was nice. And it knit up just as pretty as I thought that it would. So, yay, new washcloth. And I also knit this one. The colors are kind of baby colors, so I might have to put this in the gift basket for any babies coming along, because, there's always babies coming along. There's never not babies, right? And who doesn't love babies? Speaking of babies, I'm excited about going home for the holidays. Next week is Thanksgiving week, and I get to see all the new babies born and hug them and kiss them and all that. I'm really excited about my trip. I get to home, see my parents and my sister, my brother, and all my nieces and nephews. I love it. I might even be able to record while I'm there. If not, I will make sure to get some video because it will be a busy, busy week, of course. We only get to go in a couple times a year, like maybe twice a year. So there's lots to do, lots to see, lots of people to hang out with. So I'm super excited about that. Probably won't get too much knitting done. I don't know, it kind of depends. We do a lot of visiting. It's the South. It's what you do, right? You visit, we visit. So sitting and visiting is perfect for knitting. So really, I need to kind of decide what projects I want to bring. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Maybe we'll talk about that at the end. I have some ideas. So let's see. Okay, yes. In my new, Front Range bags. You think I'd remember this. Good grief. I have mommy brain. Today's my birthday. So it's already been a long day. I love my family. My family is awesome. So I've had like text and phone calls, and my kids, woke me up this morning and told me happy birthday, and my mom called and sang to me because, that's my mom. She's awesome like that. And then all of you that are on my Instagram saw my post about what my husband did. Okay, I'm going to reach over and I'm not going to drop anything. I swear. I have moved away all things that can drop. This is what my husband did for me for my birthday. And it is filled with 100 pieces of paper that he hand wrote 100 different reasons why he loves me. He really did. It's awesome. Seriously, when he first handed it to me, I was like, so did you just download them off the internet? And he's, no. He hand wrote them. It is so awesome. And I have to say that my favorite 3 are the ones that say, I love you because you gave me Lainey, you gave me Will, and you gave me Reese. I love that. He's so sweet. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. So that by far has been my best birthday gift. I told him, I was like, I think you might have reached the pinnacle, totally topped off. Where do you go from there? I mean, seriously. It's pretty awesome. Now his birthday's in February and I have no idea. How do you compete with that? Seriously. No, really, tell me. Start a thread. Private message me something. Somebody tell me how I can compete with that for his birthday. And our 15th wedding anniversary is coming up this month. Actually, it's on Thanksgiving. We got married the weekend after Thanksgiving 15 years ago. So, every 7 years or so, it pops back up on Thanksgiving Day, and it is on Thanksgiving Day, which is cool because we get to be around all of our family and celebrate our wedding anniversary, which is awesome. Yay. So, yeah. Anyway, back to knitting, right? So, in my Front Range bag, I ordered, are you aware that Knit Picks is not going to sell Felici anymore? What's up with that? I want to knit Christmas socks. I want to knit some Christmas socks. And so I'm thinking, hey, I'll just get some Felici. Surely they've got it. They had one colorway left, and it's on the goodbye list, and there's no other colors. Is there anybody out there? Are they stopping altogether, or is it just they're trying to sell what they have and then they're going to redo it? I'm kind of sad. I don't know. It's just a good go-to yarn. It's inexpensive. It wears really well. I don't know. Anyway, so I ordered the Cheer. So it's kind of like a candy cane type. It's the dark red and kind of a pinkish color. And I'm actually, okay, so I never do this. This bag has the loops in it. Remember the loops inside? See if I can get a good picture of this. There you go. See the loop? And there's one on each side of the bag. And so I knit my socks 2 at a time. Not on the same needles, just 2 at a time, separate needles. And so I've got wee little toes done. But I actually use the loops in the bag to help hold my yarn to keep it separate. And it's working really well. Usually I don't do that because I have serious commitment issues. And to me, to put that yarn through that loop and then cast on, you're committed. Because I'm not going to cut the yarn, right? That's just crazy pants. So I'm thinking this is some serious commitment to this project and this bag. And yeah, it took a lot for me to do that. I don't know. So anyway, yes, I've committed. I have put them through the loops and immediately cast on because no, I did not cast on immediately because UPS did not deliver them until 7 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night. It's like, holy cow. So the next morning, I cast on, and I've got I'm past the toe now, as you can see. That's my little marker is telling me, hey, this is the front of your sock, which I don't know why I need that because I've got the pattern and then no pattern, so I don't know. Habit, I guess, right? And I also ordered Knit Picks needles, and these are ones 2.25. Do they write theirs on their needles? I can't remember. Okay, I don't see it on there. But yeah, they are. Oh, I have the things. Ah, they are. US size 1, 2.25, 32-inch cables. And because like I said, I'm always on the hunt for great sock needles, right? So the cables are good. They're regular, the purple Knit Picks cables. They're still not really broken in yet. So, I got to break them in, which I will do with these socks because I'm committed, because the yarn has been put through the little holes. So I'm committed. Yeah. So anyway, those are fun. Those are my Christmas socks. And the funny thing is, I was kind of like, well, I've got some Christmas knitting I should be doing, and maybe I shouldn't cast on a pair of socks for myself. And then I listened to the Knit More Girls. And they totally released me from that. It was, what was the last episode I listened to? Let's see if I wrote it down. I did, episode 306. They talked about doing the Grinch along. So you are hereby released as of November the 10th, which was Monday. Yes, Monday. You put down all the Christmas knitting, and it's not really about being a Grinch or being stingy, but I think as knitters, we kind of start making ourselves crazy during the holidays trying to knit all the things, and we start counting down and getting stressed out and going crazy trying to knit, socks and shawls and scarves and hats and mittens for everybody that we know. And the next thing you know, you're just kind of resenting your knitting. You're just like, I don't like you. I know. I do that with my knitting. I'll look at something, I'm just like, I don't like you anymore. You're going to time out. And, so I'm going to join them in the Grinch along. I'm done. Christmas knitting is done. And the only thing that I will continue to knit on, because I am enjoying it, and it's not necessarily Christmas knitting, is my husband's hat, the Opie hat that I was knitting for him. I'm knitting for him because A, I'm enjoying it, and 2, it's not technically Christmas knitting because I didn't tell him I'd give it to him for Christmas. So I just said, I'll knit you a hat. So I'm going to continue to knit his hat. But other than that, I'm knitting me some Christmas socks. Yeah. And I'm excited about that. So, yay me, I shall have Christmas socks. And I will probably bring these to Louisiana with me because they're socks. And I'm doing a standard, I cast on 64, so 32, 32. So it is a knit 3, purl 1 rib. Because although I have strangely tiny feet, but they're wide. They're huge. They're just like, wow. They're only like this tall. It's amazing I don't fall down all the time, right? I was just watching Amy Beth from Fat Squirrel Speaks, and she was talking about how she has very large feet, so she'll never fall down. I have like these teeny tiny geisha feet, but they're huge, wide feet. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a genetic thing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I have some kind of crazy genetic problem, foot issue. I don't know. But anyway, regardless of that, I usually have to cast on way more for the width, but then the foot of my sock will be like this. My daughter has the same problem. She has these teeny tiny little feet, and she just complains about it all the time because she can't share shoes with anybody because her feet are tiny. She can share them with my sister. My sister also has teeny tiny feet. So yeah, maybe it is genetic. I don't know. Should we take after... No, pretty much all the women in my family have teeny tiny feet, now that I really think about it. Except for my niece. She does not have teeny tiny feet. Yeah. And there's only 2 girls, 2 grandchildren. My parents have 3 kids, so I have a brother and a sister and me. And then my brother has 2 boys. My sister has a girl and 2 boys, and I have a girl and 2 boys. So my parents only have 2 granddaughters, and they're adorable. They're princesses, because why not, right? Why not? All right, what else did I work on? Oh, so I guess I'm in a nitpicks mood. I don't know. I was like rummaging around. I wasn't really happy with anything on my needles. That happens, right? You're knitting things and they're beautiful and they're lovely and the yarn's wonderful, but just all of a sudden you just have an urge to cast on things. So I was rummaging around in my sock yarn and found more Felici that I had put up, right? And this is the Felici in the Building Blocks colorway. Let me make sure. Yes. Building Blocks. And unfortunately, you cannot go out and buy anymore. It's really sad because look how cute it's knitting up. Aren't these colors just wonderful? I love them. They make me happy. And therefore, my tiniest human. Well, actually, they could be for either of the boys. Their feet are very similar in size. So I've already turned the heel. I did a standard heel flap. I guess I should have done an afterthought, but yeah, didn't want to, so I didn't. I just did a standard heel flap, because why not? I'm the boss of my own knitting, right? So I've got this one going on my carbons, my lonely little carbons. These are size 1, 2.25 millimeters. These are the ones that the tips are starting to turn on me. So husband thinks that he can file them down, and like just with a fine grit sandpaper. I don't know if anybody's tried that or not, because I don't know if they're turning or if they're peeling. They feel very rough though. So I don't know. These might be the last socks that go on them if he can't figure out a way to fix them. I don't know. It made me sad. It makes me not want to order more because, and I love these. I love the cable in them. I love the needles. You know, I have zeros though, and I don't notice that those are turning. So maybe I just get it. Maybe I did just get a bad set of needles, so I will probably try them again. I think that I will do that. I will order them again and give them another go, because why not? Everybody deserves a second chance, right? And it's really hard to find good needles, and I like those. The tips are so sharp, which I love. So, oh, fun things. I have a giveaway. Woo! Yay, I'm so excited. The lovely Rainstorm Studios let me use one of her bags to kind of like, she was trying out a new design. And that's not something you don't, you have knitting bags. You have your standard, knitting project bags, and they've kind of evolved. Like when I started gathering knitting bags, they were all the kind of just the drawstring bags, which were great, and I still love those. I still have them. And then we kind of moved on to like the wedge type bags, and I love those too. And and this bag that my Felici building block socks are in. Isn't this cute? I love these. I remember when these came out, and these were very popular, and they're wonderful. Great bags. And this one is, I don't know if she still knits her Bliss. I'm not sure if she's still selling bags or not. I got it on Etsy like last year before last, so I'm not really sure on that. But I love it because it's great for one sock. It's a perfect little one sock bag, and I can throw it in my bag and go and take it with me. So I got to try out her new bag, and it's awesome. Like, seriously. I'm so excited to show this to you. I'm so excited that she's letting me show this to you. I feel so special because she's awesome. She's really sweet, and she's just a great person. So this is her new bag. How cute is this? And the loops are the break apart loops that you can do this to. So you can actually reconfigure the handles however you want to. I guess you could crisscross them or however you want to configure them for you. But it's a cute little bucket bag, but here's the kicker, right? It's actually a drawstring bag. How much fun is this? So what I do is I take it and I fold down the top like that so that I can have it has the circle bottom so that it sits ever so nicely next to you, and it's very roomy inside. You could definitely fit a nice size shawl in this bag. And how cute is that? And then it just tucks in and you've got your little handles and you're ready to go. I love it. And it's the Russian dolls. How cute is this fabric with the pink on the inside? Love it. She does amazing work. I mean, seriously, I am in awe of this. All of her bags are wonderful. They're so well made. That's why she's like one of my favorite bag designers. And she's my go-to when I'm looking for a new project bag because her work is impeccable. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. And every bag I've ever ordered from her has held up tremendously. And this is going to be another bag that's just awesome. But this one is for you guys. Yay! One of you guys get to win this because we exceeded my goal of getting over 100 members in the group. So, yay! I'm so excited. So I will be opening up a thread for this lovely bag, and we'll come up with a prompt, maybe like, what do you love about the holidays? Something fun like that, because I am an uber fan of November, December, like this whole time of year just makes me ever so happy. Like, I love this time of year, right? Granted, okay, it starts with, I have my birthday at the beginning of November today. And then we have Thanksgiving and my wedding anniversary and Christmas and then it's cold and snuggly and awesomeness. And yeah, I'm just a big fan. I'm a big fan of the end of the year. I'm going to go ahead and say it. So I want to know why you like the holiday season. And I will open that thread up and we'll let it run until the next time I record. Which hopefully I'll be able to do before I leave next week. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah. We'll let it run for a week. If that doesn't work out, we might let it run until I get back and then close the thread on that one. So, yay. So excited. All right. What else? Okay. So things that I'm planning on knitting, and I am definitely casting this on. I'm not sure if this is probably one of those things I might fly through or cast on and go, I don't know. But I wanted to knit boot cuffs, right? It's that time of year. Need boot cuffs. I don't know. I've knit them for other people and never for myself. So I went to, it must have been Joann's. No, Michael's. It must have been Michael's because that's why I got the yarn for the dishcloth, right? And picked up some, here we go. Lion's Pride wool spun. I'm not even sure what the content is on this. Now I'm curious and I must know. The colorway is linen. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. I don't know. It's soft and squishy, and it's boot cuffs. It's going over my leggings. So even if it wasn't going over leggings, it's actually really kind of soft. So I'm really excited about that. It's bulky. And the pattern I found isn't that pretty? And it's Rebecca's boot cuffs. Yeah. And I printed this off. It was on her blog. It's pbknits.blogspot.com. And they're a free pattern. And it's easy peasy, simple, nothing to it. But even though there's nothing to it, it has a great result. And I love that. And I think they'll look really pretty. And it might be one of those things where I knit some in the kind of a neutral color and then go with, maybe do a silver gray color. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm kind of excited about that. And I think that once I get them on, they'll go up really fast because they're knit on size 10 needles. So I'm thinking, and they're done. So that's all the knitting things that I have to show for you. I put Madame Bovary aside. Let me tell you why. It's kind of crazy. I watched the movie years ago and didn't even realize it until I got to a significant portion of the book where something happened and I went, oh, that's why all this sounded so familiar. And then I got really upset because I had watched the movie and now I know the end of the book. I know the whole book. I know the whole premise of the book. So the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, yeah, I know what's going to happen. And that just, nothing ruins a book for me more than knowing the end of the book. I read not the Hunger Games. Oh, I did read the Hunger Games. What's the other one? Divergent, Insurgent, Veronica Roth. And the last one came out and I was just, so excited about it and like pre-ordered it. And the day that it came in, it downloaded onto my iPad and I was like, woohoo! And started reading it that day and put it down for some reason. Because usually those books I finish like in a day or two. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And I put it down and later on in the day I went on Facebook. Somebody ruined it. Who does that? Right? And I don't think that she intentionally meant to do it because she didn't. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Just in case you haven't read it, not going to say anything. All I'm going to say is that I had it ruined for me and I was just, grr. Right? Grr. I take my book reading seriously. So, all that to say that I got to like the halfway point and was like, okay, I can't do it because I know all the things that are going to happen. And it makes me sad because the book obviously is going to be a far better quality than the movie was. But it made me sad. And it was like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30, and I was in bed reading and realized this and got so sad and needed a book to read and just needed, I just kind of wanted brain candy. Something easy that I didn't have to think about or concentrate on. And I can't tell you the last time I read a book like this. But I went to our local library. I say local, it's actually in Little Rock. The big library in Little Rock has, once a year they do a book sale where they sell all their books and they're like $1 for hardback books, if that. I don't even think they were that much, to tell you the truth. I know that Russ brought me and we got like, they give you a box if you want one, you go in. So we got a box. And when we left, we spent like $20 and left with just, our box was just piled. It was awesome. It was awesome. The only thing better if it would have been in yarn. But so anyway, so this was one of the books that I got. James Patterson, Mary Mary. It's one of the Alex Cross. It has a dust cover, but I immediately take them off when I start reading them because they drive me nuts. Yeah, but it's one of the Alex Cross books, which I've never read. I've seen the Alex Cross movies. The ones with Morgan Freeman were like uber awesome, like Kiss the Girls. Stellar, loved it. The new one he put out with what's his name? Tyler Perry, which normally I love his movies, and it wasn't him. He's a good actor. It was, I guess they were going for more action this time, and it wasn't your typical Alex Cross murder mystery. I don't know. It was more of they were going for a James Bond thing, and I was like, it was disappointing. I don't know. But the book's good. I'm enjoying it. It's a quick read. I just picked it up and I'm almost to the halfway point. So I'll definitely finish that, which means that I will need a book to read while I'm gone. So I'm going to be on the hunt for lots of things this week. Maybe that's what this week will be all about, is the hunt. Going on the hunt. And over in the Knitting Samurai group, she's about to start knitting the Aila Grace shawl, I believe it's called. It's AILA. I don't know. I'm sure that video podcasters and audio podcasters probably butcher names all the time. I feel so sorry for the people that write these patterns and we just tear up your names. So that got me thinking that maybe we should do a knit along. Right? I think that would be a lot of fun. And I don't know. I'm thinking a shawl. I've got this great, remember the Sojourn sock yarn from October House? I currently have a pair of socks on the needles in the other one that I got, the Blooming Field colorway. And this one is September Fields. I'm going to get used to this whole backwards thing eventually. See, it's 460 yards. That's a lot of yardage. So I'm thinking of a nice shawl. So I went on the hunt and started looking. And I found it's the Hyla Brook. Yeah, Hyla Brook. It's the same woman that did the, she has the audio podcast, Knitting Pipeline. And this I think this is like a couple years old. I don't know, but it just looks so pretty. And it calls for sock yarn, 442 yards of fingering weight. Not, it doesn't call for sock yarn. It calls for fingering weight, 442 yards, and it's knit on size 5 needles. And it looks like a good bit of garter stitch with maybe some yarn overs thrown in. I don't know. It looks really nice. So I'm thinking about knitting this, casting this on. I think it would be nice to bring with me to Louisiana because unfortunately I can't see the pattern until I download the pattern. So I don't know how much, what goes into it, if it's a lot of knitting without thinking or if you have to pay attention to it. So if I download it and find out that there's a lot more to it and I'm going to have to pay attention to it, then it's not going to be what I want to cast on because I want to be able to have knitting that I can focus on my family and friends and not have to think while I knit, right? Because, that's what I want. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about casting on for my trip. So I'm going to buy that pattern today, possibly tomorrow, maybe Monday. There's no rush because I'll just get it started before I leave and then knit it while I go after I leave, or while I'm gone rather. So we'll see. But I just think that this would make a pretty color for a shawl. I don't know. Maybe I need a new bag to go with it. Oh, the wheels are turning. And when my wheels turn, I spend money. So if you get a chance, go and join the Ravelry group so that you can be eligible to win the beautiful bag. And find me on Instagram so you can keep up with me through there because that's where I kind of spend most of my time. And I got a new phone, so I'm like enjoying taking pictures, right? It's the new iPhone. I know. I said I'm an Apple person, right? And I've already see, I told you I have a problem, right? I can't help it. I have to mark all the things. I don't know. Everything has to be pink and everything has to have my sticker on it. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, because of that, I find myself taking many more pictures and posting a lot more because the camera is like supremely awesome. And I love it. So, thank you so much for coming back. And for you guys that have been following me since the beginning, I love you guys. You're awesome. And I love talking with you and spending time with you. And I love talking to you on the group and on Instagram. And yeah, I can't wait to see you next week. I will record before I leave, hopefully. If not, I will let you know. And if not, for sure, I'll record when I get back. And that might be a super long show if I don't do that because I'll have to tell you all the things, right? Okay, so until then, love your knitting and always, always be awesome.